Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire is the fourth installment of the homonymous saga written by Joanne Caitlin Rowling, better known as J.K. Rowling, and it is also the fourth film based on the stories of Harry Potter. It's a film of 2005 by the American director Mike Newell, produced in the same year by Warner Bros. With the help of David Hyman. The date of issue in the United States and England was 18 November 2005, while in Italy you could watch it from 25 November of the same year. The film is one of the longest of the entire series, even because the fourth chapter is a sort of turning point in the overall plot of the story. It embodies some basic steps for the future development of the story, and it introduces what will be the gist of the later episodes. The struggle between good and evil, between Harry and Voldemort, which it will start right from this movie, to enter into its final and most exciting part. The film opens with a nightmare of Harry, who dreams Voldemort with Peter Minus and another mysterious figure, to which he orders to capture the boy. The next morning, Harry was invited by Ron to follow the final of the World Quidditch Cup between Ireland and Bulgaria, along with Hermione, the Weasley family, and Cedric Diggory. During the final celebrations, however, the loyal servants of the Dark Lord attack the camp, and our friends are forced to escape. Harry, Ron, and Hermione begin their fourth years at Hogwarts, where, in addition to the new Professor Alastor Moody, there is a big news. This year will be held the Three Wizard Tournament, a magic competition that will see three champions of the three best schools of magic clash between them. For the event come to Hogwarts the foreign schools of Beauxbatons from France and Durmstrang from Bulgaria. The champions, however, will be four, because Harry, although he is too young to compete, will be chosen by the Goblet of Fire to join the competition, that is divided into 3 rounds. With some helps, Harry manages to complete the first 2 tests, fight a dragon and rescue a person from off the lake, while the third test will turn out much harder. In fact, it plans to passing a maze, in the center of which there is the Three Wizard Cup that Professor Moody has transformed into a passing door, a magic portal to another place. Harry and Cedric touch it together, and they are transported to a graveyard where Smoothtail and Voldemort are waiting for them. Cedric is killed, and it begins the ritual of Voldemort's resurrection by the hand of his servant. Returned as powerful as in the past, Voldemort faces Harry for the first time, but without success, because the wizard, helped by the apparitions of his parents, gotten out from the opponent's magic wand, repel Voldemort and save Harry, who manages to go back to Hogwarts thanks to the cup. The Dark Lord is temporarily defeated, and Silente unmasks Barty Crouch Jr., the son of Barty Crouch, who had taken the appearance of Professor Moody in order to assist Voldemort in his attempt to kill Harry. The film ends with the return to home of the 2 foreign schools and with the emotional funeral of Cedric Diggory. The main characters are the same as in the previous episodes, plus others chosen for this chapter. Harry Potter, the now famous magician with a pure heart who fights against evil along with his friends. He lost his parents when he was a baby by Voldemort's hand. Ron Weasley, he has been since long the best friend of Harry, and he has spent many adventures with him. Among them, there is a strong friendship born in the first year. Hermione Granger, excellent witch and a very beautiful girl. She is also has a close friendship with Harry and Ron. In this film, she and Ron will begin to have a love story. Albus Silente, Hogwarts headmaster and powerful wizard. As in the previous years, he will help and protect Harry, Ron and Hermione from dangers. Voldemort, the Dark Lord and the most wicked wizard of all time. Helped by his followers, he will begin his process of resurrection to new life that will donate him his old strength and his human form. His goal is to kill Harry Potter, his sworn enemy. Alastor Moody is the new teacher of Defense Against Dark Arts in this year. He will prove to be an ambiguous character, especially breaking the rules during lessons, teaching forbidden spells. He will help Harry in the tests, and he will transform the Three-Wizard Cup into a passing door that leads to the cemetery. At the end, it will reveal that really he's Barty Crouch Jr., hired by Voldemort to serve him from inside the school. Barty Crouch is the father of the man who was chosen to serve Voldemort, becoming Alastor Moody. He is also the president of the Three-Wizard Tournament. Barty Crouch Jr., son of the homonymous father, in the film he acts the false role of the new professor of Defense Against Dark Arts. He is a servant of the Dark Lord, and during the World Cup was he to bring up the symbol of the Death Eaters in the sky. Cedric Diggory is a student of 17 years old of Hogwarts. He is also in Gryffindor, like Harry. The two are friends and decide to share the merit of the final victory, touching together the cup. Unfortunately, before the final battle at the cemetery, Cedric is killed by Peter Minus. Smooth Tale. His real name is Peter Minus. In the third chapter, it turns out that he was a friend of Harry's father, of Severus Pigeon and Sirius Black. He is not a Death Eater, but he is the most faithful and close servant of Voldemort. And he is also the one who makes the final ritual at the cemetery. In addition to the main ones, there are also other characters with a minor role who must be mentioned, as Rita Skeeter, treacherous journalist of the Daily Prophet, Victor Krum, the Durmstrang champion, Flair Delacour, champion of the French school, or Cornelius Caramel, who is president of the Ministry of Magic. Obviously, compared to the book, the film presents some differences. On the screen, the story goes fast and full of surprises and special effects, which take the viewer attentive in following the story. In the book, instead, this is made up by detailed environmental description and emotional description made by the characters and by the authoress, to facilitate the reader the task of imagining the scene. The Goblet of Fire is conspicuously longer and more complex than the other books. In fact, it is the first having more than 600 pages, the double of the first three. This because the fourth chapter is a film that marks the straight change of the general plot, from the early years of knowledge and apprenticeship of the little wizard at Hogwarts to the becoming conscious of what he will face and how, from here on. The protagonists grow, and, therefore, the challenges are harder, and the enemies are more aggressive. The scenes are no longer held only within the Hogwarts grounds, but also in the normal world of the Muggles, the non-wizard people. This, in addition to the appearance of many characters and events unknown until now, it needs more number of pages and playing time on the movie. The film is for everyone, therefore there are not present in any way erotic scenes or discrimination, drugs or weapons. On the contrary, it often finds the funny side and the joke in the protagonists. Violence and blood are present, but their scenic effect is reduced by the wide frame of magic and fantasy, of good and evil that the writer and the director try to give to the story, making violence not become an highlighted element and necessary to attract people. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire is without doubt one of the best episodes of the series, and the one that most impressed me for its diversity than the previous. So, I choose to offer it as an examination subject.